Hey, 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 welcome back to Cut Tarot. My name is Crystal. All right, so everybody got the notifications. Time limited, get your questions in because I'm going to close questions early. Okay, so I'm going to do Real's question first for his birthday from me to you. let me read it. So if you're on here, awesome. Let me take a breath from my inhaler real quick. All right, perfect. If you're on here, Real, can you please just put a list of your name and then comma Marissa? I'm going to read your question. Yeah, I'll do the in-depth question. Thank you. Happy birthday. Are you 25? I didn't know if you're 25 or 20. I think you're 25. Am I wrong? Am I right? Okay. Happy 25th birthday. All right. So we're going to start with you. So I did a really good saging and praying. I've been very connected to spirit today. Been working a lot this past week. So your question is, so Jeremiah and Samantha, please come in to any questions that come along tonight on YouTube on my channel. The first question is, what made Lee reach out to give you a birthday text? And is it because she's in the hot phase? Okay. I need to go back real quick to this morning and just read what she wrote so that I can kind of. All right. So she wrote to you. I didn't notice that. Maybe that you don't even know if it's her because you deleted her. That's funny. But it's good that she texted you. I think that was the right thing to do. So let's just get into her mind frame. She said, "Happy birthday. May this day bring you joy, laughter, and all the other things you love and deserve. Hope you enjoy your day." And I'm not going to say what you put, but that makes sense. Got it. So now you have her number back. I didn't even think about that. Now you have it back. All right. Let's start the timer for 10 minutes. And let's see. Okay, Lee, please come forward. Please give us your honest reason for reaching out today. It is quick, but I think it was a very nice thing to do because it feels like somebody would have to put their ego aside to send the birthday text. I honestly feel that. And I feel a lot of people couldn't do that. So I do feel like that's a redeeming factor. It doesn't take care of everything, but I think it's something on the pro list that you could write. It because it happened so quickly, Hi, Maria, Amethyst Selenite. I was just charging my selenite to charge all of my crystals. That's a cool name, Maria. All right. Real, you're the only moderator on here, so if Maria has any questions, this is your reading. So, but if you need to respond to her, so I could focus. All right, Lee. What is your reasoning for sending Andrew a birthday text today. Please look up the pinned Maria, please look at the pinned prices and how to send in for a question. I even thought about offering friendship from a distance. It's all on you. You know what I mean? It's all on you, real. I just think you need more time. I mean, that's what I think. I think that you need more space. I think you're just realizing that. I think you think that it's over for good, and I feel like there's going to be an opening, but I think that you need to stand on what you said. But that's just my own advice, not my psychic advice. So, all right, here we go. So, the first card is the High Priestess. Like, this is coming from her gut and her not her instincts, her intuition of, I don't know, I think she had to think about it. I think she had to maybe even pray about it. Like, I do think it's something that she thought about before actually. Oh my God. See, these are the things that I say. I can't make this up. And so it's like, I understand, like, you think this is like entertainment and funny or whatever, but it's not. Like, I am giving you the realest reading that I could possibly give you. I would never do that to anybody. But look at these two cards. Like, you are the Chariot. It's your birthday today. That is you. And you walked away from her. You told her you no longer resonate with me. Right? And like, I think she knows in her gut, and that's where this comes from. I think she knows in her gut that you still care about her, that you still want to be with her, but that you need to be heard. You need to be heard and respected. So, you know, she finally, like, she hasn't processed the whole like breakup. But her energy does not feel angry right now. Let me see, why did you come in? Why did you send him the text? Yeah, the Six of Pentacles is showing like, I'm showing up for you. I'm, you know, I'm trying to show up for you. I don't really know what to say. She's saying, like, obviously if we were together it might be a little different, but it was positive. It was nice. There were no little jabs in there. It was just a straight, honest, nice text, you know? She also is feeling like, okay, see, she like comes in for a second, like she wants to tell me, and then she kind of backs off. And I feel like this is what she does in your relationship. She like kind of wants to come in and like show emotion, and then right when she's about to do it, she kind of backs off. So let me see if I could continue reading her. It feels genuine. Yeah. Look. Whoa. 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 Feels very genuine. So it starts with the Two of Cups, that, you know, you guys had a breakup. There's, you know, many people break up, make up, on and off. We don't, you know, I know you don't want to be in a relationship where it's on again, off again, and it becomes a cycle of toxicity, right? Like, so this is like why you were cold. You had to cut it all together. You had to cut the cord right then and there to her face, But at the same time, like, that doesn't mean that feelings go away, right? Not that quickly. So the Four of Wands is like, she still has love for you, care for you, and she's hoping that this will bring you back towards her. All right. She thinks like, she's like, I'm not trying to be manipulative. I'm trying to explain that I am being genuine. But am I hoping that, like, if he did really delete my number, that now he has it and that maybe he'll come back? Yeah. With the Knight of Cups, it's like, okay, let's see. Is this, how much time do we have? 2 minutes. Is the reason why you came back in is because you calmed down, you were angry. Are you in the hot phase? Are you in the, like, that was kind of hot? Like, I did not think he was gonna ever do that. See, like, look, the 10 of Swords, you ended it, right? The next card, the Seven of Wands, you went no contact, you deleted her. That's like a straight up gangsta move, you know what I mean? And in a way, it's kind of sexy, it's kind of hot. Like, I didn't think that he would ever walk away from me. That, like, so the things that used to get on her nerves about you, being too emotional, being, whatever it was. I don't know what her issues were with you or where she needed you guys to be kind of a little distant. But like, she didn't think that you had that in you, the courage to do that to her face. So she's like, well, how can I know for sure if I'm blocked, right? So my question to you is, you deleted her contact, but you didn't block her? Because how did she come in? If you blocked her and then deleted the contact, how did it come through? You didn't block her. Okay, I'm glad you didn't. I was like, one thing I don't believe in is blocking somebody unless they're a danger to you or something like that. You know what I mean? Or you absolutely, exactly. Okay, I'm glad. That makes me happy because I'm a woman. We'll talk about that again later. Um, Time's up, but I'm gonna say a couple more things. It's good you didn't block her. You deleted her contact, which meant she would have to reach out to you, right? And that's exactly what she did. And I think that she really had to put her ego aside and think about you for once. I don't want to say for once. I'm not trying to be bitchy. It's like she wants to put your needs, your desires, you before thinking about, instead of being angry today and like being like, oh, I'm not going to reach out to him because of what he did. He's a jerk. Da, da, da. It feels like she sat with herself. She hasn't, it almost feels like she's in shock still. So she has not gotten to the heartbreak. And that's where I think she needs to get to do real change. But that's your decision. You know what I mean? But this does say that she believed that you were losing her number. Losing her number. She believed you went through with it. So the Temperance is like, she just wanted to send a message where it was genuine, it was nice, and I don't know. We would have to go into it, of course, more to see, where her head is at. I think you need to wait a few days, maybe, um, to kind of see what she's processed. But at this point, Spirit is showing that you should be the hangman, that it's not like you're waiting for her, but at the same time, you need to process it as well. But let's use the pendulum. Is she in the hot phase? Spirit, is Lee today reaching out to Real or to Andrew? I'm telling you, I know what women like, okay? Women like a man. I don't want to say like who tells you what to do, but like, okay, women like to get away with a lot. We like to be bratty. We like to kind of push the limits in the relationship. We want to see how far you will go before you actually end it, right? And she didn't think that you had the guts to there be cold and end it and say this is what I deserve. So she sees you as the king of wands. So that's not a oh my god, what am I thinking? I don't know. I'm spacing. The king is higher than I don't know why I'm forgetting. The hell is it? Yeah, I know you'll think of it. What the heck is a king higher than? It starts with a P, I think. Page. A page. A page. A page. A page. So she sees you as a king, like, and this is somebody assertive. This is somebody who is confident, who knows what they want in life. And I know you're going through a hard time, but I think this was like a rainbow today. I didn't think she'd do it. And I don't think she thought she was going to do it. But then she must have done it really early because you sent me a text at like 6 in the morning. All right, Marissa is next. Let me let her know. Is there, Maria? Are you still here? Say yes or no. My other question is, what do you mean my other question? Will Epstein-Barr virus go away? I don't know what that is. I was going to do a free pendulum for her. If there's anybody watching that is new, come in before Marissa and I'll give you a free pendulum question, which would be a yes or no. Maria, amethyst, selenite. I don't know what that is. Are you in like another country? Or am I living underneath a rock? Real, did you just leave? Okie dokie. Whatever. That's funny. I'm using this thing. Okay, Marissa, my love you here. So what I'm gonna do is, Marissa, when you're here, can you put yes or I'm here or anything to let me know? Okay, can you do me a favor? I'm gonna just say questions are closed, all in caps for me, so that I'm just gonna do your questions and get off. If somebody does jump on and they really want a question, I'll repost the prices, but I do have to get off early to do something. Thank you. All right. Perfect. This way, they'll have to ask, unless it's somebody that, yeah, you do got me. I love you. Um, I adore you, Marissa. We got to start FaceTiming more often. I don't FaceTime anybody except for my boys, but with you after. And we can all like gossip. Your mom, me, and you can all gossip. We can all be like, I need to vent about this. You're right. You're right. I do. Wait, I saw Cooper. Remember? I do need to see Mark in person. Cooper, I swear, way back at like 4 years ago, I swear he was really little. Your Cooper is beautiful. Yes, he was this little fat dog, and so I thought that was the way he was always going to be. So when you like put him on and Cooper was on there, and I was like, I was so confused. I was like, what? Okay, let me read your question. Thank you for coming on tonight. I appreciate it, my love. Okay, so thank you so much. You missed or you might have been listening. Happy birthday, Andrew. I did a question for him, but he's gone. I don't know what happened, but hopefully he's doing great. And we'll move on to you. Um, Jeremiah and Samantha, please come into these two questions for Marissa tonight. And before we start, tell me what you're eating so I can. I ask people this all the time. And I don't know where he went. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. And it was a good question and answer. Wingstop. Okay. My daughter talks about that. It is here and they love it. But I can't really eat that kind of stuff. Not yet, at least. I finally had my freaking dentist appointment on Wednesday. Really? Is it that good? I used to love wings, but all I can have is soft chicken, mashed potatoes every single day. And when I can't buy chicken, just mashed potatoes. So boring. All flats. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right? All that's the ones I like. Oh yeah. Okay, let me read your question. Okay, so you want to be a fly on the wall first. Okay, I want to be a fly first. I hope you enjoyed your. Oh my God, I so did. Yes. I love the strawberry um shake, and then I love the chicken sandwiches, and then I put like garlic salt that I had on the fries, and then I dipped them in the shake. It was so good, and I still have the chocolate chip cookie sitting right there. I'm wondering if I heat it up, if it'll make it softer, because it's. I don't know if I'll be able after having the oral surgery. The yogurt I actually was really nice and gave it to gave it to my roommate. I was like, this is so much food. I can't. Usually I just get 2 sandwiches, that's it. No fries, no nothing, but I didn't know they had all those things. No, you're too nice. You're too nice. Remember when you were like, look at the guy that's coming? But in person, he was like super tall, skinny, really nice. But in that picture, he looked really creepy. Okay, here we go. Let me read it. Yes, you did. I'm like, big heart. You're so sweet. You and your mom. Mwah, 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 mwah. Okay, here we go. I want to be a fly first, and I want to know how Emily feels towards Greg. Ooh, if he's being distant from her now that we know. God, good, good thing. Good thing I stopped myself. Got it. I don't know. 1 second. Okay, so we're going to set the clock. No. Oh, did you tell me to read it first? No. Good thing right before I was like, I'm in a goofy mood today. No, it's just good. You must have stopped me mid thought. Okay, let's be a fly first and see how Emily feels towards Greg if he's being distant. And then I'm reading the rest to myself. Definitely. All right, let's put the 10 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Okay, please come in, Emily. Please come in, Greg. But the question is for Emily. How is Greg treating you lately? Has he been distant? How has he been treating you recently? How do you feel he's been treating you? Is that exactly what you said? Treating her? Let me see. Oh, okay. No. How do you feel towards him? And is he being distant? How are you feeling towards Greg right now? And is he being distant? And if not, what is he being? Basically, I've turned it into the same thing. Like, how does she feel he's treating her or acting, or like, and how is she feeling towards that energy? All right. Okay, so Emily, this is a question for you. How do you feel Greg's been? How are you feeling about the way Greg's been treating you? And tell us how that is. How is he treating you? Oh, okay. I gotta kind of figure out what this means. I don't want to say too much because you never know who's watching. Okay. All right. So the judgment to the Two of Pentacles makes me feel that like it. I hear like he switches up. That's like what she's saying. he switches up. One day he can be distant, the other day he interacts with me. And that it's, yeah, he's kind of hot and cold. Um, and that she can't go to him and like try to be like, hey, can we talk about our feelings? It doesn't work out very well when she is saying that, like, okay, the judgment card is what we're talking about in the question. Judgment is like, okay, this has happened, right? This has happened. So now how is he treating her? So this is the juggling, different hot and cold type of energy. Then I get these 3 cards, which I don't like for her or for anybody. But so we have the 3 of Swords, the Queen of Wands, to the Knight of Wands. So what that's telling me is that she is hurt by some of his actions since that she's kind of hurt. Okay, so in what way? In what way? She's feeling like her marriage is having struggles, challenges, that she just is concentrating. She's just trying to concentrate on that one thing less than focusing on Greg. Okay? Like in her mind, she no longer can have these outbursts, these crying attacks. Like she's got to kind of keep it together. And so she's trying to focus on her own harmony and her own joy and contentment and happiness, whether that includes him or not. She does feel that she is missing the connection, that he's not being mean, he's not being great. It's like he's just kind of existing, okay? He's just kind of coexisting. And look at this, the 4 of Wands. Like, so I kind of want to know, like, it does feel like there is some distance. The house. So we have the Empress. So inside the house, she's saying stuff like, I asked him to do things with me, to go places with me, if you know what I mean. And he does. I'm going to write you what that is. I just texted you. Like, she asks him to do this, but he's not very motivated. He does go, he does participate, but it doesn't seem like he's jumping for joy. Yeah, which one? Distance? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, I knew. Yeah, now I knew. Okay, I'm gonna ask her. Okay. So when I ask her, the answer is yes. Let's ask him. Greg, just for a moment, I need you. No freaking way. He doesn't want you to know. Let me ask Spirit. I mean, obviously, we know the answer. That's what it feels like. It's exactly what it feels like. Denial. Let me ask Spirit. I'm going to close my eyes and then I'm going to open it to see what it says. All right? Okay, so the only one lying here is Greg. And it feels like he's lying to himself. Denial. Whew. So the Five of Pentacles is like, he's kind of, yeah. So this is like abandonment. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? That's why I had to guess the whole time. And I'm like, in the back of my mind, this is what I think, but had no proof, right? No proof. But anyways, the Five of Pentacles is like, she really feels that he is distant. He shows up to things such as the pictures, and he smiles and he does what he's told, and then he's done. Does that make sense? Like, he participates, but it's not like he's like excited, like, oh baby, let's get into our nice clothes and let's go here, let's go there, let's do this. No, and it's making her feel abandoned and rejected. And this is why it's like a heartbreak, right? Like, she's not understanding why. I think we should continue, Marissa. Time's up. I think we should continue. We don't have to on your next question. I don't know what your next question is, but I think this one we should. Okay. And I want you to text me in these 5 minutes. What do you want me to directly look at? Is it how she feels about that? Does she feel like he's gonna leave? Is that what you want me to focus on? Like what her feelings are based on the way he's moving. All right. I feel you. That's what I think the way that you worded it, that's what I think you're wanting. Okay. That is crazy though, girl. That was crazy. Look, it looks like only me and you are on here, which makes me happy. It feels like, but I'm still not going to say anything. Okay, so I'm going to ask the question before I start the 5 minutes. Okay, with the information, Emily, that you've told us so far, how does that make you feel? How does it make you feel where he's at, right? Like where he's at. Anybody can smile for the fucking camera. Because I mean, if he comes towards me and he has baggage, I'm going to accept it, of course, because it's part of him. But I just think she'll make it rough on him. Yeah, I would agree with you. Hmm. Oh, wait. What did I just say? When you said exactly what my mom said, what did I just say? I already lost. Unless he makes a clean break and, like, Oh, about the pictures. Right. Anybody can. And you know what I think is weird is, and I told you this the other day, his face never changes. Yes, he never truly looks. My dad told me there's a huge difference between being happy and being content. Being content is being fulfilled and joyful, and being happy is momentary. He does. Oh, she does. She does. Because I feel like it's like, let's take another picture. Can you try doing this, Greg? Can you try looking at her this way? Can you try, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I don't feel like he's the guy that like loves to do this photography shit. And when you're there for specific things, which have been many, different things, he doesn't seem, yeah, it is totally fake. And in her eyes, she looks miserable. In her eyes, there's like this, there's no life to it. And she tries to smile, but like you can tell that like they either had yeah, it's like pure sadness, just true blue sadness. And it's like, yeah, you're participating, but like that doesn't, you know, that doesn't mean much, you know? All right, so let me start the clock for the extra time. All right, so I'm going to put all the cards back and we're going to start over. About the way that he is moving, about the way that he is treating you, about the fakeness, and like how do you feel? Is that what we were gonna do? I feel like I'm like going blank. How do you feel about the weight? Yeah. All right. Heavy burden. Like she shouldn't be feeling this. Okay, let me tell you, because I have been through this. I'm not going to say anything, but at this point, okay, at this timeline, you're very happy. You're not going through it anymore. It's pure bliss at this point on, okay? So for her to feel this pressure of like trying to live up to his expectations, and like no matter what she does, it just doesn't bring any contentment out of him. So yeah, look, like she does feel that if if she wasn't, she thinks that he would already be gone. She thinks he would have already left her, and she was in denial. She was the one in denial for so up until recently, and now she's like, I think that if he had his choice right now, he would walk away from me, and that's very unsettling, you know. So let's see. And she's blaming him, as she should. As she should. She is saying, I'm going to text you what she's saying. Let me pause it. You know what I mean? Like it's both people's fault. You know what I mean? But like this will make sense when you look at the text. That you know I wouldn't. Her heart is in pain. You know what I mean? Her heart is broken because she could feel that if this was not happening right now, he'd be long gone. And I think that she's just like I pictured what I wanted, and now like this is only gonna stay for so long. So the writing is on the wall. She's saying, "Oh shoot, I forgot to start the time again." You're getting extra time. It's okay. Um, the writing's on the wall at this point. She kind of feels like at some point, she feels like at some point, like with the new year, that he'll probably pack his bags and leave. Um, so she is a little bit aware, but she's trying to do her best just to stay emotionally in um, regulating her emotions because he is not going to be the cause of her, you know, pain in any way. Okay. Um, so she also feels, oh wow, she feels like he should have known. He should have known that if I wasn't what he wanted, that he never should have done A, B, C, D, etc. So like, yeah, we gotta blame the guy too. And but at least she's not at the point where she's accepting it, but the writing is on the wall. So even though there will be more pictures, it's fake. She's sad and miserable, like you said. Her eyes are like black holes. And he just looks like really uncomfortable and fake, right? Like in the pictures. And so look at what she's saying. So the Three of Pentacles is the divorce, right? The separation, the lovers of their connection, but it's not going to happen right now. With the Hangman, she just knows that in time, he's gonna, like, they're gonna part ways. Um, she was in denial. She still is partly in denial because she has some kind of faith that like maybe when the time comes, the time is up. Maybe when the time comes, he'll change and like, maybe we can work things out. But at the same time, she doesn't want to be stupid. Um, um, yeah, she's telling me I just want to focus on this and me. And if he decides to leave, then I'll have to get over it because to be honest, she wants this more than him. And that's why you sense that it's going to be a struggle with her. When you wrote what you wrote earlier, I think you said like if he comes back to me, I know he has baggage, blah blah blah, but she's gonna put him through shit or something. That is exactly what's coming out like. But you wouldn't have to worry about infidelity. I'm just adding that. Okay, what's your next question? Trying to say these things is like quietly as possible. I hope that's okay. What is possible? What did I say? I know I just said if that's possible, but what did I say before that? I think I said that she's hoping. Oh, I think I said she's hoping that maybe something will change in time and that it might be possible for them to work it out. But at the same time, it like she gets it. She finally gets it. But for right now, like they have agreement that they're gonna stay together for a bit. Yeah. So like, and then I don't know if you heard me. I said I can feel that when you wrote like if he comes to me and he has baggage, like I'm gonna deal with it. But I think that she's gonna like make him. I forget what you said. Make him something. Um, I do agree with that because like this is something she wants more than him. And but I do not feel, yeah, make it tough for him, but not because of them not being together, more of being very, very territorial with what she's got going on, as any woman would, as any woman would. So he might have to like fight for time, but like she's not going to be like that. But what I did say at the end is I can feel it. You wouldn't have to worry about infidelity. Like if you end up getting back with him, like when he shuts something off, it's done. Whereas like with my ex, I loved him too much. I was way too scared that during drop offs or whatever, that he would cheat on me. But I don't feel that with him. Okay, what's your next question? Because she'll be like living with her mom and okay, your first question. Good. Now we can move on to you. You could just send me the $10 after we're done. Okay, so let's do your usual first. So, Jeremiah and Samantha, thank you for that question. That was a lot of good. I think you should go and listen to it again when you have more time. I think that there was a lot of detail there. I did go slowly because I really wanted to feel what she felt and how he was treating her. So, yeah. But now let's get to the fun part. Even though Greg, you don't want to admit like what's going on with you, you're gonna compartmentalize that. I know that you think about Marissa on the daily. So let's do the usual question, which is what are your current feelings, thoughts, emotions, and energy when you think about Marissa, towards Marissa, for Marissa? Let me start the clock. Here we go. Okay, Greg, come forward. Really show us, really just kind of like cut that. We're like, Emily's gone now. Just you, me, and Marissa. And I am just the vessel to help you communicate to her. So really, it's just you and Marissa. All right, like let's really get a good answer. How do you feel about Marissa? What are your thoughts, your energy, your emotions, your feelings, especially knowing what's going on now, right? Like, the cat's out of the bag. You're found out. Oh, wow. He goes, does she forgive me? He said the words, does she forgive me? And we have the 5 of swords. Remember, that's the worst card in the deck. It's that you know, this whole time he's been telling you how he cares about you and how he misses you, how he, like, you know, wants to reach out to you, and like, I still believe all of that is true. um he also is like, but I omitted something. I didn't come forward and make it more of like, tried to like omit the reality, and kind of, yeah, you blindsided. I wasn't blindsided, but I was, because I feel that he tried with the smoke and mirrors not to, like, every time I went to think about it, it was almost like it was like the torch was snuffed, like on Survivor. Like, no, 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 Crystal, you're crazy. Don't think that. Don't think that. And now, yeah, blindsided. That's exactly what this is, because those 2 people that got stabbed by the guy, they were walking up to them because they trusted this guy. They were friends. They were, lovers, like whatever the case may be. And this person, you did nothing, and yet you were blindsided. And then we have the devil, which is like he feels bad, right? He feels bad for blindsiding you, bad for hurting you. And then this is the 6 of Cups, his ex, which is you. It represents you. So he's like, does she forgive me? And he goes, I also know that, like, she knew that I was engaged. I'm guessing by now she knows that I'm married. And I want to know if, like, is that going to affect us, like, in the future? Obviously, he goes, obviously, right now, I am going through a cycle. My companion, I'm going through something, but look at this. But I wasn't lying when I said that I still want to get divorced. That was not a lie. But I did go too quick on getting engaged, married, and like, now I have to work backwards, you know? No, because I've been married, so that doesn't. I always told my ex, I don't care if you like get married. You can easily just get out of that. That is not a problem. The other thing is a problem, but is doable, you know? It it's it depends on how deep you guys feel about each other when you guys reconnect. And if you feel like you guys were meant to be, and that, everybody moves on and makes, choices, and what are we supposed to be crucified for our choices? No. Now, I wouldn't even think about getting back with Chris because it happened during us. Exactly. That is exactly right. No, you don't hear what she's saying. Like, you did this after you and Marissa stopped talking. Like, so she doesn't hold it against you. You didn't cheat on her. You didn't have an affair. You just moved on. You met Emily and life went on. And now you're kind of like, oh shit, she trapped me. She has me stuck, especially right this minute. But time goes on, and when that time goes on, when there's enough time that goes by, and I'm seeing like by the first of the year, um, it might be 6 months from now, but because he needs you to understand that he needs that one-on-one time with that situation. Before. So like he's just asking you, he goes, isn't it ironic? Like that song. Isn't it ironic that now I'm asking you to be patient for me to get a divorce? I know we talked about it, but I just get a feeling when that day happens, something's gonna go wrong. So maybe that's why he says no. Well, you know what? And maybe he has more information that she doesn't want to let out. Exactly. Like he literally said, isn't it ironic? What is her name that sings that song? That is a bomb ass song to listen to. It's like rain. You don't know? I will find it. You have to hear this song. Everything is about. I have it on the tip of my tongue. Alanis Morissette. Alanis Morissette. It's like something like everything she says is like, oh my god, like it just doesn't happen and doesn't happen and doesn't happen, and how ironic everything is. It's such Alanis Morissette, and I think it's called Isn't It Ironic? Okay, so let's see. What else are your feelings for Marissa? It's like, I'm sorry. Like, no, you do. You literally do. I'm going to be listening to it because it's such a good song. It's like rain. Like, on a sunny day. It's like she says, everything she says is so amazing. Okay, so yeah, isn't it ironic that now the tables have turned and I need time to get out of my marriage that I just got into 6 months ago, 7 months ago, and I wasn't patient enough to wait for you to go through that. And at the end of the signed document, just like you said when we were talking the other day, I feel the same way about it. Freaking file the paperwork, sign on the dotted line, and be done with it. The other part is going to be the hard part. But how do you feel about her? So the Ace of Cups. He still has a lot of love in his heart for you. And but he wants you to know that like this isn't about picking. This isn't about should I be with Emily or should I be with Marissa? It is let me deal with the situation I'm in. Sure, I think about Marissa all the time. I want to reach out to Marissa. Do you want to keep going or are you good? Okay, let's do another 5. We're going to go straight into it. And then you could just send me the 20 after. Okay, so he has love for you. He is saying, oh, Wow. Okay. So the Three of Wands is about like waiting for your ships to come in. Things are going to start coming in, right? Things are going to start moving along. Like it's going to go by really quick, he's saying. Like, please, please, like, wait for me, wait for me. I'm not saying don't go out there and date because I put it back, but he did show me the Seven of Pentacles. Sorry, the Seven of Cups, which means you're free. You are single. You are able to do whatever you want. Go chase, your dreams. Do whatever you want. Live your life. But, if you happen to still be single when I am done with the nonsense and the time that I need to do some things, because he's like, at the end of the day, we fight too much. There's too much conflict that, like, I don't know if, like, even with counseling, he's saying that I could get back with her or I could, like, feel that way about her again. And so I do want to say I'm not pulling the card, but you know what card keeps showing its face. If you need me to text it to you, I'll do it after this. But you should know which one I'm talking about. Okay. Tell me how you feel about Marissa. Don't make jokes. Like, I really want him to be serious. He goes, like, can I cash in my get out of jail free card? Like, on Monopoly. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I want you to be serious right now. I don't want you to be like a jokester. Like, let's take this seriously. Marissa went through something, was blindsided, right? Like, she's blindsided, she's hurt, and that you have to know that that was going to happen. So just focus on just you and her and tell us how you feel. Okay, see, he's scared. He's scared that, like, you're going to be thinking about him this whole time and, like, wanting, to reconnect and, like, reconcile and spend time together, talk to each other, communicate, and eventually, like, probably most likely end up together, right? Because you guys have this connection that was on fire that just kind of dissipated. And so both of you, I think, are very curious about where would it have gone. And I have this funny feeling, Marissa, that for some reason, if you would have tried back then, I I think that there needed to be more growth on his side. And I think that if you would have moved there, I think it would have worked out for a while and then I think it would have ended. And I think that because there's been this, like, obstacle and this time and you have healed from your divorce, I think that now you both appreciate, like, he's going to finally understand how you were feeling, what you were going through. He's going to be like, even though you were like, what happened to you was way worse than his situation, you he's not being cheated on. You got cheated on and, like, left for some random nasty, disgusting, I don't even call her human, right? So I think though, like, that you guys would have just gone each other's other way and you would have never been, like, building a relationship. And now I feel like the timing is catching up to the right timing. And now I can see that, like, if you guys can, like, get through this and, like, just communicate, become friends again, um, and start getting to know each other again and, like, all of that stuff, that it's gonna build on the foundation you guys already had. and then like take it to a whole different level. Um, and of course, we all have free will, right? He could decide to be miserable and stay in this. Well, if he does, then he's a moron and you shouldn't want to be with him. Um, I don't believe that's the case. I believe what I have believed all of these months, since the day one question about Greg. I fully believe in it. I fully believe in my visions. I believe in my timeline. I believe in what he's telling me. Of course, I do deal with a lot of people that I'm talking to their higher self. So you think that the higher self is going to be admitting the truth, but somehow, some way, the human in 3D gets involved a little bit, and you know, uh, I've been lied to by a lot of people that I have read for, not who is getting the reading with me, but the person they're asking about. And I don't think he's a liar. I think he just didn't want you to get hurt and then like just decide, oh, I'm not going to ask about him anymore because forget it. You know what I mean? He, oh, you're going to take a shower? Okay. Marissa, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go. I have to run and go to the restroom real quick. Okay. One of these days I'll get in there too. Okay. Thank you for asking. Okay, Marissa, that was it. I hope that that was good. I think that with time, we're just going to get more development. Um, the energy, I would like to describe it as like, this is the first time that I felt like she, not he, would like, knows that she has to like accept it. And I don't think she's going to fight so hard for him because all she really cares about is what she's going through. That that means more to her than him. Okay? Which is understandable, exactly. And especially with like if there are complications or something, whatever. She's got to focus on herself right now, and it feels like that's what she's finally doing. Because as ties to him, it's not a clean break. Exactly, that's right. There will never be a clean break unless you walk away from people that like That's what my question for you was. Are you able, exactly? Would you be able to allow that? I'll text you. I'm gonna send you the song right now. Okay, I love you. Did you send them money, honey? Just so I know where to look for it. Oh my god, my phone's not turning on or off. Now it is. I don't want to say anything too specific. You're listening to it right now? Oh, you're sending it right now. Okay, I'm going to find the song and I'm going to send it to you. But you have to, I'm going to send you the one with lyrics. You have to read the lyrics. Okay, you're sending them. Oh, and I'm going to send you the song, but you have to listen to the lyrics, okay? All right, thank you. And happy 4th of July tomorrow, you guys. Have a great night. And Marissa, I'll message you in a minute. Love you. Good night, guys. Happy 4th of July. Happy July. Happy Leo month.